Yeah, today we're trying something different. We want to do a cabinet, but with finger joint joinery. Okay, finger joints are also known as comb joints. It's usually a woodworking joint made by cutting a set of complementary interlocking profiles into two pieces of wood, which then are glued. The cross-section of the joints resembles the interlocking fingers between two hands, hence the same finger joint. That is how this thing was done. So what we are doing right now, we are sketching. That is usually the first step. Once you sketch, you have to sketch on two pieces of plank woods, and the interlocking has to be different. So first we sketch, as you can see from the demonstration there. Then we use a chisel. Although nowadays there are bits which cut these finger joints, but we don't have it in Kenya. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya, so we don't have those kind of machines. So for the meantime, we are just going to do the manual way, although it takes a lot of time, as you can see what the carpenter is doing. The chisel used is usually quarter the size. That is the size that we use. The bit has to be like quarter. Then next, you can see what it's doing. We put glue. We make sure we put enough glue on those joints. Because what usually happens, we don't use nails during joinery. So the only thing we'll have to use are clamps. It's very, very important to have clamps, just like what you can see him doing. The type of clamp that he has there is usually called a G clamp. So it is 8 inches. 8 inches, that's the height of it. So we shall use several clamps to clamp on each joint. And it has to be right on the edges. Just like you're seeing what this guy is doing from there. So we clamp on each corner of the wood, just like you're seeing. This is a rectangular piece. The difference between this and what you're going to do next, we are going to start weaving on this. These now are the drawers. The framework, the large framework was already done. So next we are going to weave this. We are going to weave these planks of wood. Now you can see what we are doing next. This is called rattan weaving now, and we use pure natural rattan, first quality. As you can see, this was the longer drawer. So now the framework is recessed on the wood. Usually we use round bars, which are about 8 millimeter. We make holes on the corner of the on the corner of the frames. Thereafter, we recess the frame right on the wood. We sink the frame into the wood. Then the weaving process starts. All this has to be done perfectly so that there are no errors. The frame usually is welded. The metal frames first are usually welded before being recessed on the wooden frame. Now this is a smaller basket that we're using, that we're trying to weave. We use round cane, which is around 3 millimeter. And then thereafter, once we weave up to the top, we usually bind the top. You're going to see from this what happens next. So you can see what our weaver is doing right now. He's almost finishing the first small one. Now, this technique that we're using is called rattan binding. So we bind the edges, the finished edges, with the same rattan, as you can see. And then we always use our pliers to make the cane softer, so that when you are bending, I just wanted you to see this part. Yeah, you can see now it's trying to bend that rattan. You can see it's trying to bend it there. So for it to bend like that, we have to use our pliers, long nose pliers. We always have to use our long nose pliers as the tool. And then for cutting, we have to use a pair of secateurs. Next, we make slots from the frames. These ones now will be the handles. The other basket is done, but this other frames, all of them, we had to put slots. The slots is usually 4 inches, as you can see. It's being demonstrated there. It is 4 inches sunk. That's how you have it done. Yeah, you can see the process, the way it started and the way it ended. So anyway, thank you so much for watching as you continue to proceed. Yeah, that is how now the cabinet looks. Thank you. What happened?